Welcome back to the Hawkeye Garage. I'm Joe at the GX back in the garage. Another quick video, so stay tuned. Going to tint the headlights of my GX, just like the title says. Before we get into it, how about a little bit of headlight info if you are new to GX headlights. They came with two versions of headlights. They came with this version that I have, which I don't know if you can tell in the video, has almost a light blue tint to it, and they came with ones that had a kind of a tinted look. Those came on the Sport Edition versions, and you can buy both those headlights. You can buy them from Lexus, or you can buy them from anywhere on the internet. The last time that I looked, you could get a set of actual Toyota Lexus headlights for about $500. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. It's been probably a year since I've looked. That is a lot of money for headlights that are just a bunch of plastic. They are rather large headlights, so there's that. You can get fairly decent aftermarket ones for I think about $400. At that point, I think I'd spend the extra $100 and get OEM ones. There's some places on like AliExpress that you can get replacement lenses. I have not been able to verify if those are glass or plastic. If you read some of the descriptions, it sounds like it could be either. And so I have not gone that route. I have both right now, I believe, OEM headlights. I believe that this passenger side one is newer than my driver's side one. I've Cerakoted both of them, and right now they look good, especially the passenger side one. The biggest reason I'm going to tint them is because of the driver's side one. So let's go over there and take a closer look. All right, I think at least I can tell on the back of my camera here that you can tell that this lens has got some, I don't know, spiderweb cracking, scratches, whatever, but it's inside of the lens. It's from the back side of the lens. There's no amount of buffing that I can do to get that out, and then the reflection of it off of the chrome inside the headlight housing itself makes it look twice as bad as what it does. So I'm hoping that if I tint them, that will be much less noticeable. And even though they're both polished, this one does have a slight more tinge of yellow, I guess you could call it, to the passenger side one. So we've got driver's side, passenger side. Yeah, you can definitely tell a difference. So I'm hoping that by tinting them with some light tint, those scratches or cracks will be less noticeable, and the headlights themselves will be a little bit more evenly colored. So the tint that I'm going with is just some really light tint. It's vivid. It's tinted vinyl. You're supposed to put it on dry, no water. It is a stretch film, and if this turns out well, I'll link it down below. In the listing, there is different darknesses. I went through the Amazon reviews and kind of picked the one that I thought that I wanted, which is lighter. I know some of you are probably worried about tinting the headlights. Is the headlights going to be darker? This is very light. Also, I'm running Lasfit LED bulbs in my headlights, which is fine. They're projector housings from the get-go. So I have those bulbs in there, and they're very bright. So having a little bit of tint is not a big deal. I have vinyl wrapped stuff before, semi-successfully, and I've done window tint before. So this is kind of a combination of both. Watched a couple videos on applying dry stretch tint film, so we're gonna see how it goes. Prep wise, obviously I've scrubbed the headlights, don't want any bug guts or anything on there. I have noticed there's a couple rock chips. I don't know how that's gonna play out. And I have cleaned the paint work on the fender and bumper, because you're going to stretch this past the headlight and it's gonna come into contact with the bumper and the fender and stuff, and I don't know if this is going to shrink back depending on how I have to shape it, and I don't want any dirt to get on the film from the bodywork to get back on to the headlight. This is also like got air release, so it almost looks like it's textured. That is so that the air can find ways to get out if you don't get it 100% perfect laid down. And then after it's been in the sun or you've used a heat gun, it will adhere fully and those little textures will go away. Everyone I saw applying it used one of these squeegees with the felt on it. I actually have a couple of those, so that's what I'm going to be using. They did recommend using the heat gun. More on that later. I did get a little melt through tear with the heat gun. Thankfully it's right here on the corner. Obviously I knew this wasn't going to turn out 100% perfect. It's not too bad. I think I'll probably just, since it's on the corner there, I'll just trim it. We'll see how tinting the other one goes, and thankfully this stuff's not that expensive. We'll see how it holds up for a little bit, and then maybe before the weather gets too cold I'll tint this one again if it's still holding up. Well, I'm done now. You kind of saw me struggle with the passenger side, and now I've done the driver's side. And a couple things. It's more difficult than I thought it would be. Not a huge shocker there, I suppose. I watched a couple more videos in between. I was like, well, maybe there's a slightly better technique I can use. I don't know. Seems like it would be a fairly easy shape to do. I can tell you that this part down here is definitely the hardest. I kind of started at the top and worked my way down basically, and yeah, definitely not perfect. A couple air bubbles here and there. We'll see. It's supposed to be the release air. We'll see if a couple days in the sun, if that cleans it up. It is very thick. Heat definitely helps. About the heat gun. In the instructions, obviously, says you can use the heat gun to stretch it, and then after you stretch it, you're supposed to use the heat gun to like set the shape of it. So after you do all of it, especially like on the corners, you want to go and kind of give it some heat so it can kind of set its shape, and then it suggests going over the entire thing with heat, which I've done, and I think it looks really, really good. I thought it would look cool, but to be honest, it looks much cooler in my, than I was anticipating. Now for the main reason that I did this, that I started the videos with, was all this scratching and stuff inside the lens. You can definitely still see it. I feel like it's definitely less pronounced now because it's not just like in your face reflecting off of the chrome inside of the headlight. The tint kind of mutes it, and the fact that my headlights didn't match color-wise, which I think that they do match now. So what do you guys think? Comments down below. You can see them both in the frame now. It was really hard to get them in a frame where you could really get a good side-by-side comparison. And also, I will say, at night, when the headlights are on, if I didn't know that they were tinted, I wouldn't notice any difference. And I didn't bother to film it because there was nothing to see. So, tips and tricks for other people. Down below, leave your comments, because clearly I've already done it. I might have to redo this one. If you're new to the channel, this is a lot of what we do around here, Toyota Lexus themed stuff that's also applicable to other brands, DIY off-road things and mountain biking things. Check out the links down below, or to my Instagram, my Facebook, where I post a lot of other things that don't make it into the videos, all my other hobbies, family stuff, activities, things of that nature. So give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and until the next video drops, thank you for watching, take care, goodbye.